Welcome! In this video I'm going to be taking a look at this professional caulk gun. So this is provided to me by the distributor, but they're not compensating me for this video and they're not reviewing it before I post it. If you find this video helpful and you want to purchase one of these, I'll put a link to it in the description. And if you use that link, it helps me out a little bit and doesn't cost you anything extra. So let's get this open. So here we have the caulk gun. So the barrel part on this rotates. So if you have your tip cut at an angle, as you're caulking, you can rotate this to match the angle that you're caulking. So let me pull this back. So I'll push this in, pull this back. Let's try this here. So you can see it grabs the bar and presses in here. So in the back we have this little orange lever switch thing. So when I put this in, you can see the bar moving. And as I squeeze, it's always moving forward. Now if I push this up, when I let off the handle, you'll see this is going to retract. So that's to take pressure off of the caulk gun so it doesn't squirt out caulk after you let off the handle. Or maybe it will a little bit, but it should do it less. So the handle here is all made of metal. This is all metal here. Then we have the little hanging hook. Of course, to pull this out, pull it like that. The caulk tube will go in here. So let me go grab a caulk tube. So here I have some Dynaflex 230. I'll place this in here. I'm going to pull this down, which will make it faster. Okay, pull that up. Get a little wider shot here to start. Pull the end off. I'll need to puncture that with a nail. So let's see if I can get this to come out of here. This is an older tube of caulk, but it might work. It's leaking out the bottom. Let me try the cutter here. This doesn't look like it has the spout cutter on it actually. That must be for a different model. Let me just manually cut it. Okay, let's see if I got this unplugged at all. So if I want to put this in more quickly, I can just press it in. And if I want to rotate it, I can rotate the entire barrel. There we go. Now it's coming out. So this is in the regular mode. I'll press on the handle. I'll wipe that off. Okay. And we can see this caulk coming out. So now I'm going to press up on this. I'll squeeze on it. I'll wipe that. And we're seeing some caulk come out, but it's a lot less than when that switch was pressed down. Of course, this is a very open nozzle here. So I'm going to pull that back out and I'll do a full stroke and we'll see how much caulk comes out. So that's a full stroke there. Now I'll push it in and we'll see how much caulk comes out. There's still a lot of caulk came out, even with this pushed up. Now I'll say this is incredibly smooth. Okay, so I have an actual joint I can caulk now. This is actually just a woodworking template, but it has this 90-degree corner here, which is similar to what you would caulk if you were caulking trim work or something. So let's try caulking this a bit. So my tube needs to be rotated. I'll just rotate the whole thing. Let me get my camera back a little bit. So I can pull while caulking. Let's try that. Another way you can do it is to push. Fortunately, I have a clamp over here in the way. Let me try this again. Now that worked out pretty good. I had really nice control pushing that out. Now I was pushing a little bit too much out when I was pushing, but I had a camera in the way. I didn't have a great position, but I prefer that method oftentimes to pulling. But the control on the handle was very linear. It was very easy to know how much caulk I was putting out. And we can see the caulk here is not seeping out because the orange switch is pushed in and it retracted a little bit. So let's measure how much the plunger goes with each pull of the handle. So I'm lined up with the 2-inch mark and I'll pull it. It looks like it moved around 7/16. So I'll push the little switch up. I'll do this again. So here we went about 7/16, then we backed off about 1/8 of an inch. So it has the same stroke on both of these modes, but when the orange is up, it backs off about 1/8 of an inch. So that's the professional caulking gun. Lots of nice features on this. It's almost completely metal. It has nice smooth action, and it has that retract feature. Caulking is often not the most fun job, but I think having a caulk gun like this is going to make it a lot easier. So that's all I'm going to cover in this video. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. If you like this video, please click like. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd appreciate if you could do that. And thanks for watching. Until next time, goodbye.